And we're recording. Great. Hi, everyone. Hi, all. I'm Laura Bilo, author of Mostly Unanswerable Questions, my very first book that officially launches August 13th, 2024. I'm an artist and a coach. This is an interview series with the folks who have endorsed and supported the book as it comes to fruition. Mostly Unanswerable Questions is a life advice book based on a snail mail project that happened in collaboration with the Keep Writing Project out of Portland, Oregon. Today, I am talking to Baby Cats of California, owned and operated by Catherine Peterson. I originally found the Baby Cats brand when I was living in San Francisco around 2015. I'm a huge fan of the brand and of Cat's work bringing fun, gender-neutral clothing to the world. So I'm really obsessed with her Catsicle print, which is a cat popsicle, and all the stickers that are available. Anything from Baby Cats is guaranteed to get you compliments and help you make new friends. So for the launch of Mostly Unanswerable Questions, Cat has generously donated a few stickers and a Baby Cats t-shirt. So join the book launch team to become eligible to win the Baby Cats prizes. Hi, Cat. Welcome. Let's do a personal intro where you tell us a little bit about your life and about Baby Cats of California from your own perspective.
My name is Kat, and I started Baby Cats in 2016, maybe 15. I get loose on the days, but I started because my son, after the birth of my son, I was shopping around and could not find any gender neutral clothing from him. And I'm a textile designer by trade. I was trained, have an undergrad and grad degree in textile design, and have been working corporate. Really wanted to see something really cool out there that everybody could wear and not be like boys into trucks and girls into pink and princesses. So I made that line. I originally would hand print everything, and I loved doing that. But then after the birth of my second child, I realized I had no time for that. So I now outsource it, and I still hand print a few things here and there, but otherwise I love making prints, and I've expanded from kids to adults. So now I do unisex gender neutral clothing, which goes from extra, extra small to 4XL. So inclusive in that way as well. And just really want to make you smile, basically, and have cats on it.
Yeah, so amazing. I really regret not wearing my Catsicle t-shirt today. Speaking of children, I am not in my usual home office because my children are homesick. So
Stay with me. I'm in my home office with my car because I mom shop this summer too. So
yep, is the way.
Yeah.
So what's the latest thing about Baby Cats of California that you want everybody to know about?
I'm cooking up a few secret projects that are coming up. So I have some new prints coming. I just dropped a new print a few days ago, which was like a camp themed one. I love camp. I have really great memories of that, and I love patches. So it's like a patch collaboration thing. But basically just getting ready for I have lots of shows coming up in the fall. So I travel a lot for shows. I'm going to go to Portland and Cleveland and Chicago and LA. So and I'm doing CatCon, which is coming up. So it's just going to be crazy.
You are the one who put CatCon on my list of things to do before I die.
Oh, you gotta go. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I think me and my sister are going to have to find cat costumes and visit you there.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that offline because I got some ideas for you.
Oh, good. Yeah, I totally want to hear them. We're gonna have to schedule another call to do our CatCon plan. Okay, so you already covered a little bit of what made you start your business as far as creating a gender neutral line that's actually really fun and brings joy. How do you hope your business will change the world?
Well, I have you have your plan of your immediate more plan, then you have your mid tier, and then you have your crazy awesome plan. And so I keep going towards that that North Star of my crazy plan because that makes me happy, and I think about it while I'm driving around.
Yeah. Big dream, go.
Okay, big dream. So how do I want to change Baby Cats and make it make the world a better place? I just want to keep expanding. I want to just, I don't know. I want to continue. I love hiring my friends that are really good at what they do and they help me. So I have a friend that helps me with marketing, and I have a friend that helps me with merchandising. Like, I just want to keep hiring my friends and doing more collaborations with people, because I just find so much joy out of those things. Like, that to me is like, it's just great. And just meeting people. Like, I love meeting people, and like, there's so many interesting, cool, talented people in this world, and like what they bring to the table. It just brings so much joy to me to see that. So I just keep going the way I'm going, and just like keep moving towards that weirdo North Star.
Yeah, take over the world.
Yeah.
I know, you're like one of those people for me where I'm just like, oh, thank God baby cats exist, because it's just like so unusual and fun and genuine, which I feel like is so important and needed, desperately needed in the world. So what sort of transformation do you provide for your customers?
What I like to do, what I feel like for them, I feel like I give the customers a genuine feeling of who they actually are. Like, like, we're all like, the people that follow me and that like me are usually artists that like pattern and color, and they like things that are unusual. And to me, I'm providing that to them. And that's something that I appreciate too, something unique. So I think that, and I'm trying to keep pushing that, and then also allowing that to be a functional wear that they can have on. They can have these clothes on all the time, and it's not like, once you see somebody that has the same clothes on, you're like, oh my God, like, kind of like you were saying earlier, it's like that same kind of feeling, like you found your tribe in a way, so to me, I like that.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah.
I've actually taken to like gifting it quite often, because I'm like, you're going to be so recognizable in this. Always a great conversation starter.
Yeah, that's what I like about it,
Yeah. Let's review the prizes that you donated, and I believe it's a t-shirt and a couple of the stickers. Do you have anything you want to say about them?
So the Catsicle is one of my it's one of my top selling ones. People love that. They call it the cat popsicle, but I call it the Catsicle. And so I drew that one time. I was working corporate, and I was just kind of bored in a meeting, and I just drew that, and I was like, there we go. Like, it just kind of came like that, So that makes me really happy. And it's just like an all around, just like happy shirt, And the stickers, I love stickers. I just went through my sticker book. I'm a sticker album now, like back in, and I like put all my stickers in there, and I look at them, and it's like, so I just like stickers so much too. So I just, why not? Stickers and a shirt. It sounds like fun.
Yeah, I like often buy them in bulk. I also want to do a fun shout out to the idea that you've put together. I don't know exactly when you kicked it off, but of buying thrifted items and then putting a screen printed Catsicle or like little cat strawberry on there. I think that is such a fun idea, and I think I bought 3 of them right away. And I just love that you're doing that, right? Because it also, on top of like the gender neutral and being like weird and wonderful, it also provides that opportunity of like, oh, taking something out of the clothing waste stream, and giving it a second life. And I gifted one to my niece, and she's obsessed with it. So,
yeah, I love being able to go, like, I love thrift store shopping. I've been doing that since I was in high school, and I live in Houston right now, and like it's chock full of thrift stores here. So I'll go and like, I'll just get tons of them, and I just pick them based off color. So it's like all about the color. I don't care if it's a big one or a small one. Like, it's just the color looks good, and then I'll put my images on there, and they're just like little one-offs. Like, I'll do strawberry, and I'm doing another round coming up soon too. So I'm like, I do these fun things. Like, I just love thrifting. It's like, it's fun, and I get all my kids, like my kids love it too, and we just having a good time. So
Yeah, and like, I mean, even that like additional tier of like, now you have a very unique item because it's thrifted plus a screen print from you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to ask my next question is really putting you on the spot about the book. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what surprised you from my book? Do you have any takeaways or anything fun and inspiring that you enjoyed from what you've read so far?
So what I've read is, well, first of all, I have to say that like, it's I like that you go into like all these nice little details about things, and you kind of like not reminisce, but you really are trying to understand and help the person that's reading it, help them go to the next level and understand how to get like go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I just think that you're so good at what you do, and you do such a good job at it. I'm really glad it's like in a compact thing that I can read and go back to it. And it's like, you also had said like there's no kind of like rhyme or reason to the book, so you can go like back and forth into chapters and stuff, and it still all makes sense. So for me, I think that like I'm really excited to read more about it and more of the book, because I've only read a little bit of it, but like what I did get, I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Oh, that's a good point. Oh yeah, I never thought about that way. You know, it's like, it's a very like interesting way of thinking about it, instead of being like, this is what you've got to do. It's like, why don't you think about these things? You know, it's just like you kind of are more, you're guiding yourself with the help of you. And that's what's nice. You know?
Thank you. Yeah. I really wanted to go like the quote unquote purist coaching route and like give people like, there's this great exercise. I'm not even sure if I fully outlined it in the book, but kind of in the vein of like Simon Sinek's like find your why, and like the asking yourself 5 different whys to really get to like the root and the heart of your issue. And I was really hoping to like channel that into the book. So thank you for those kind comments.
I'm to like read the full thing, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get it all. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I feel like really silly that I'm including this in like my very first interview, but I do joke that it's going to be like a great bathroom reader, because you can flip around to like whatever topic you want to read, and they're like not all like, they're like pretty short, you know. So I'm like, maybe I need like a collaboration with Who Gives a Crap? Do you know that toilet brand?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah,
maybe. Okay, so now back to you. What life advice or wisdom do you lean on and think is the most valuable to share?
I would say that just because like, I have had a business before, and they didn't really work out to the way that I expected them to be. And I wouldn't be disappointed by that. Like, I think that they're all learning lessons in ways of how you would either want to do things differently, or maybe just really finding out what kind of business you want. I had my one business I had was a clothing line that I decided to do, and it didn't really, I got into a really good store in Oakland, and it was amazing, like, to be in. That's my first store, my first and only store. But at the same time, when I left, I was like, I wasn't fulfilled by it, and it didn't bring me, like, it wasn't the true essence. And it took probably like 10 more years, actually maybe 15 years later, to like really get to where Baby Cats is now. You know, like, it's totally different what you would see. Like, if you saw that in this, what I do now, like, it's completely different. So I think it's just like, everything adds up to each other. You know, like what you did in your 20s as a job, what you did in your 30s, it all kind of adds into who you are now and how it works out. So don't be disappointed if you think you're working a crappy job and it doesn't make sense. It all kind of works together. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to give you another one, because you have 2 kids and you're like a parent like running your own business. What would be, I mean, I really love that. And hearing like business advice is always like soothing to my soul. Like, thank you for saying that. And what will hopefully also be soothing to my soul is your parenting advice. Like, what's like the parenting advice you wish somebody had have given you earlier on? How old are your kids again?
My kids are one's almost 10 and one just turned 7. So about 3 years apart ish. What would I say about kids? I've had some friends that say that I have kids and I'm not going to touch art for 5 years. And because I just need to focus on them. And I'm like, that's not a bad thing. But I also feel like you need to nurture yourself too. And maybe you're not going to make art in the capital A and you're going to have it in a gallery, but at least do something for yourself that you're not just like hyper focused on like momhood, and then you lose yourself in who you are. So like, even if you're just drawing like dorky things with a pencil in like a notepad, doing something to find that 5 seconds of time is something that I think you should always, if if you want, like keep being artistic, because it feeds your soul so much. The art does, at least for me. I'm an artist. I know you are too. It's like you have to do something, even like it's something dorky, like you're just like doing art projects with your kids. It's still art and it still helps you. It's like we've all got to kind of keep the creativity in just simple ways. Don't feel like you have to paint Picasso. It's like we can make it simple and that's okay. So I think for me, it's just keep doing art in any way you can.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely. I know it's been really hard for me to maintain any sort of creative art practice as well, like having children but yeah, I love the 5-second drawing, doodling, just something for you, anything, right? Like to break the parenting.
It's hard having kids. It's hard doing all this stuff. I get it. Like I don't really have time to actually sit down and like have a whole day to draw and go to a museum and doing this stuff. But I try a little bit, like even if it's just looking at inspiration that inspires you to think of things in your head, like while you're driving around, you're like, ooh, I'm going to make this like fake project in my mind to, like for instance, there's a puppet show I did a couple years, like this year. And it was a puppet art show. It was like the most amazing thing I've ever been to. You should go to this too. This was another one for you. But it was at the Bob Baker Theater in LA. And they had this huge puppet thing. And I was like, now all I'm doing is dreaming of like, what if I made a puppet? And what would that puppet look like? And what would my outfit be? And like, I just think about this stuff and it's like, makes me excited. And I look on Pinterest and, it's like, I might, and this is maybe in a year this is gonna happen, but it's still just something to keep my mind thinking like, ooh, and I could make this, and I could have these shirts, and ooh, and I could do that. Like it's kind of fun. So.
Yeah, like definitely getting that inspired energy flowing.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have way more ideas than I know what to do with.
Exactly. And that's part of creativity too. Just because you're not actually, you're creatively thinking about something, it's still important, and it's still being creative. You might not be at the time, like you said, you might not have time to do it. And I don't know if I have the time to do it either, but I got an outfit that I figured out.
Yeah. Well, and for those moments when you finally get to sit down with a notebook, or you're like, oh, I could carve out a 2-hour block. Then you're not stuck there being like, well, what would I even work on? It's like, oh, maybe I'll just like create a few Post-it note ideas around this puppet show.
I have so many doodles on Post-its that are like so like just made that thing, and I put it there, and it sits on my desk, and I can stare at it, and I can remember, I'll do that. Oh, that's my next sticker. Oh, that's so.
Yeah. What's the best way for people to support your business?
I have my own website, babycatsofca.com. I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok, so you can find me there. Or do craft. Come say hi to me at craft shows. Those are really fun.
Yes. I think we actually met. I'm pretty sure we met at a West Coast craft in like 15 or 16, probably 16. And those are Salome, my younger sister, like still attends those.
Yeah, I see your mom there all the time.
I know my mom's always like, well, I saw Kat, and I'm like, well, I'm jealous, and like, but I'm like stuck out here in Denver. I can't believe I missed you the one day you were here.
That's okay. Life.
Yeah. Okay. And are those the best channels to contact you on?
Yeah. Those are perfect.
All right, perfect. So for signing off, this is Baby Cats, everyone. Don't forget to jump on the book launch team for Mostly Unanswerable Questions. Once you're on the team for the latest updates, and you can buy the book on August 13th, you'll be prompted to leave a review. And once you have done that, you're entered into the raffle for all of these amazing, fun prizes like swag from Baby Cats of California. Check the show notes for the links.
Thank you.
Okay.